If I signed a non-compete agreement with my employer, can I get out of it? I'm Steve Kramer. I'm a Florida business law and intellectual property attorney. And the long and short of it is, if you signed a non-compete agreement, you can get out of it. It's not easy always. It can be challenging. It can require some creative skill by your attorney, but it's possible. And I've handled defense of these types of agreements numerous times. And really it involves picking apart the agreement. And sometimes it makes sense, to be more aggressive in attacking the agreement, up front, going after it. And sometimes it makes sense to lay back and waiting and then to be prepared to mount a very good defense to the agreements. But if your company doesn't have a legitimate business interest, if there's some type of prior breach of contract by the company, if your company's engaged in illegal activities or questionable activities, if the geographic scope of the agreement is overbroad, meaning they want to limit you from doing business anywhere in the world, right? And you're only doing business in Castleberry, Florida, well, they're going to have a problem there. If they are unreasonable in the time limitations, they say it's 50 years that you can't compete with them, they're going to have a problem there because 50 years just is a little bit long. There's lots of ways to attack these agreements. The one thing that's in common with all of these ways is to do it, you've got to have a really good attorney, whether it's me or anybody else, because you've got to really get into the nitty-gritty. You got to pick it apart, you got to get creative, and you've got to be a good chess player. So I'm telling you this because I deal with this all the time, and a lot of times people take it for granted that they sign this thing and there's no way around it, and a lot of times there is. And if you're an employer, that matters because you need the guy that can pick it apart there to represent you in drafting the agreement. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because a lot of people take it for granted. They assume they sign this non-compete agreement and there's no way around it. And you need to know that there is a way around it. You just have to have good legal representation. And that's what we do. If you've got questions about this or any other legal question you've got, call me. That's why we're one firm for life. We're here to help you out with anything you deal with in life, anything you deal with in business. We're here to protect, you, your home, your family, your business, any of this stuff. So pick up the phone. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Kramer.